How are you feeling new today? Welcome to New Camping Man. Today I'm in York. So I've just come for a day out in York and we're going to have a wander around. Now one thing I will say about York is most of the time you can see the museums, the Castle Museum and places of that nature, and of course the Railway Museum. Now I've been coming to York since I was really young, and I've been to those places a lot, and there are videos and plenty of videos online on that. But this is my interpretation and my little tour, or my little day out that I'm going to show and share with you. Okay? So we're in the beautiful York Gardens with this beautiful monastery. It's obviously a ruin now, and that's for good reason. It all stems back to the time of Henry VIII and his dissolution or his reformation of the monasteries of England and UK. So this was a very well thought to do abbey, and an important one in the whole of England. And it dates right back to the early conquests of the Normans of 1066. It's still very impressive, even in a ruined state. So we're going to walk a bit further around this particular abbey. And into the garden area. Now, from what I understand it, the whole of this abbey stretched right out and further on into the gardens that we can see down here. So all this stretching right back would have been part of the abbey. Thing about York, if you've never been, it's one of the spectacular places I feel in the whole of the UK. I absolutely love the place. The scenery and the history is just off the scale. We'll wander on further. So this tower, according to that plaque, okay, is part of the Roman fortress. Those that don't know York, this was a heavily Roman town, to the fact that now you can even walk round the walls around the centre of York, and the walls stretch all the way down, well, all the way round, should I say, around York itself. And you can go and hop off those particular monument, that particular walk, in different sections. Those sections are known as bars or bar gates. Not the sort of bars I may take you to later, but that's another situation we'll find out later on. So we may get a chance to walk around there. As I say, this is only a day and it will be difficult to fit everything in. So as I say, I'm not going to go around the museums so much today, for the simple reason a lot of time you have to book them and they're a video of their own. And not only that, a lot of these museums as well, you could spend a whole day in there, as I have done many times before, and enjoy yourself there, but you wouldn't be seeing much of York because you spend most of the time in the museum. And there are lots of videos online. This looks like a spectacular spot just to get out of the rain. So I'm going to chill out next to this tree just for a little while. So York is a very, very popular destination for tourism because of its pure and natural history it has here. York dates back to the time of the Norman conquest and beyond. And obviously you've got the Romans who settled here as well as the town known as Jorvik. And there is the Jorvik Museum, and Jorvik is the Viking name for York. Yes, the Vikings stayed here. In fact, this was a Viking settlement at one point, and lots of artifacts have been found in the Jorvik, around the Jorvik Museum. So if you want to spend a day in York and see the Jorvik Museum, it's a must-see exhibition. Beautiful woodland and a fantastic place just to chill out at the rain. I'm going to catch you in a bit and we're going to go a bit further. So, and as I say, I've come to York many times and not actually gone to the gardens, which is a real silly thing to do considering it's so beautiful. We're going to have a look in this area here where there are plaques and information boards about the things you can see or the things about the gardens itself. And the stonework is absolutely incredible. The Abbey itself, and there we go, dating back to 1089, not long after the Norman conquest of 1066. And there's more history about the Roman fortress and the Roman walls. York lies on the River Ouse. Now the River Ouse, not so long back, burst its banks, and unfortunately York was flooded, and it suffered some bad and severe floods. And I didn't come during the time of the floods, but I saw a lot of it on the news, and it was actually atrocious to a lot of businesses. It flooded its banks, and it's still quite high. So yes, unfortunately, town has been prone to flood, and severely flood as well. Guys, it's a time to walk round the York Wall, and the wall stretches all the way around the town of York. This famous wall is a treasure, I believe, of England. It's impressive, it makes the town look as beautiful as it is, and it's one of the reasons I love coming to York. So the first thing you see as you drive through is the spectacular Roman wall. So without any further ado, let's go. Now the walk can take up to, I believe, an hour. Now, I haven't decided whether I'm going to walk the whole of the wall or just some of it. And at times, I believe it can get quite crowded and congested in places. Nevertheless, we'll soldier on. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. We are going to see some spectacular places just by doing a simple walk. I may add, everything I've done so far in the short space of us being here already has been free. Not a penny of my own money has been spent yet. That could change, but so far if we're going to New York on a nice little budget, I suppose we haven't done bad at all so far. The budget may get blown, but who cares? We'll do as much as we can for free for you guys and for myself anyway. See, we have the holes in the wall which was there to defend against many foes. Arrow holes and places they could observe. One thing about the Roman time of York. York was a very important place back in those times. Constantine, the Emperor Constantine that is, became the Emperor in York. And I believe somewhere in the actual city there is a statue to that fact. So this is steeped in Roman history, and it's not to be understated just how much. What a fabulous way to see the city is from the famous Walk of the Walls. Fantastic looking street. One thing about York, it's not just the Vikings, it's not just the Romans, it's not just history of the medieval period. It has a lot steeped in the Civil War. And if you've ever seen any of my other videos, that comes back to my town of Newark. The Civil War in York was a big thing. So much so, we have museums talking about just that. So yes, as this was a key town during the Civil War. Interesting. One thing I like about coming to these places is you always see something new or unexpected. And it's those little details that keeps me interested and keeps me doing the YouTube videos I do. Look at this spectacular section. Full of surprises just off the actual wall at this spot here. What a magical little area of woodland, and I bet most people would just walk past. Very, very pretty in the heart of the wall. What a magical area to just come and sit and relax away from the rat race. And with that, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Sit here and chill and just take in a bit of inner peace. Magic. So Cliffords Tower, this dates back as far as the Norman conquest. An impressive sight in York. The history is from the time of William the Conqueror, and the plaque down here says as much too. Absolutely amazing. As usual, I'm going for a bit of a laugh, So what I'm going to do, oh, Cliffords Tower. Let's go. That's a bit slow, isn't it? It's a bit slow. Go on, get up them steps. Get up them steps. Oh, I'm knackered already. We're going. I made it in the end. I said this would be on a budget, and some of it was free, and occasionally a bit of money spent. I've decided I'm going to go inside the Cliffords Tower, because I don't think I've actually ever been inside it. As I said, we're going to have a look. Tenner. It's a tenner, innit? So it's not exactly breaking the bank. Let's go and have a look. Oh. So this is the inside of Cliffords Tower. Fantastic stone tower dating back to the Norman Conquest. And there's information all about it on here. We'll come for the main reason I came in and spent the money, and that was for the views. More steps to gather. Fast up these then. Get more steps. There's a bit of a theme in this, isn't there? Up the steps we go. Right then, should be up there. Now we're up. And this is what I came for. Let's travel over here. Come with me. Backdrop of the York Minster. Can't state this enough. If you haven't come to York, what are you doing? If you're in the UK, get your sent here. It's getting steeper. Steeper we go. Down and down and down. We've done that. Let's continue. Now I'm getting hungry, so it's time to get some food. I'm absolutely parched. Proper need some food. So let's get off and get some. Now this is a food court apparently. I've never been, seen a few videos about it. I want to check it out, get some food, get some beer, and catch you inside. Pretty damn intriguing. Up these steps, more steps. Here's a little pub for you. It's a tragedy. Steps. Now that's corny, forget that. Some good places to have a bit of ale. Now we'll be participating in a bit of ale in a bit. So I don't know if that Japanese place that I've seen on one of the videos actually is here now. Well, this looks pretty cool anyway. Might give that one a go. Let's continue having a walk around. That is turning point. So what we at then? What ale is this? It's a sour fruits. So we're on all red. Okay? Good beer. And the good news, guys, it's just early days. We've gone Greek. Happy days. Andy. The Merchant's House. And this is a good example of traditional timber house for the merchants of York. And we've got the flags out for the Jubilee. So, it's a frame building. And it dates back, apparently, till 1357. And there's a little board about it. One of the best examples in the UK. Again, spend a day in these sort of places, probably well worth a visit. Watmore Gate. That's the shortest known street in York, dating back to 1505, meaning what a street. And apparently it runs from over there to down there. And gate meaning something in Viking. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it was a word. Anyway, this guy, sir, was saying it. Do you know what gate actually meant in Viking?
No, I don't, I'm afraid.
It doesn't. But I know it was something to do with that. But it's going, it was literally, it's from that building, is it?
It is from there.
From there?
The street.
The end of the street.
It's a church courtyard, basically.
Courtyard. See, you ask people, they will tell you. Excellent. But imagine saying that after a few drinks. It's going to be quite interesting. Whitmar, Watmar. Have you actually done that?
I've tried it. I've crawled up there and tried saying it.
Whitmar, Watmar. Yeah.
Whipper-whopper.
Yeah, and it could be Whopper, yeah. Okay, so we're going to walk around the Shambles. Now, this is one of the oldest examples of a medieval street in Europe of its kind. So preserved, it's ridiculous. This place would have stunk back in the day, as the Shambles was a slaughterhouse place. As we walk down here, you will see examples of some hooks where the actual meat was hung out to cure. Also, things about the Shambles as well. The reason it's so narrow is to preserve the meat from the sunlight. So let's go and take a look at the Shambles. A busy tourist place. So we have wizard shops and to do with Hogwarts. So I'm not quite into the Harry Potter thing, but I know a lot of people are. And J.K. Rowling got a lot of examples from this sort of in York. Hence there's a lot of tourists that will come to this particular area, and even to this particular shop, the shop that has no name, all to do with the Harry Potter. Let's move on. So we can see, if we look closely, these hooks at the top of the houses. Signs are on them at the moment, but they're not just for signs. It was where the meat would have been hung and cured. Sweet shops. and shops that sell fudge, pies, you name it, it's all here. So as the plaque is saying, as mentioned in the Doomsday Book, I can really understand how J.K. Rowling got the idea of an old-fashioned street. What an example of history. Absolutely fantastic. And at the end of the day, tourists come here and it's always popular. I'd normally say get here early, but not early, but I'm more witchcraft at work. Narrow streets, fantastic, and so different. What you will find in York, fantastic markets and market stores. There are many towns in the UK at the minute, I have to say, where the market is deteriorated. York is not one of them. York has got a fantastic market atmosphere and people use it all the time. And the vibe, I have to say guys, is absolutely fantastic. There's a buzz about this place. And it's something else. Let's move on. Shambles Tavern. Let's take a look.
Couldn't time that any better.
Thank you. So, time for some beer. Catch you in a minute. So we're having a Jorvik Blonde.
It's a German style Pilsners. It's different to our English style since it's got more floral hops than our English, so it's less fruity, but it has a real nice taste like a Sake or a Cobra, quite light and refreshing. Really delicious.
Cracking.
Sweet.
Andy. So we're going to have a go at a local beer. Can you just point out to me, sir, which one we're talking about?
Brew York.
Yeah.
From they do a wide selection of IPAs, pales, bitters, lagers, stouts, porters. Absolutely delicious. All locally made. Finest hops. Really well worth it. Great to eat in. And they also do street Korean food, so absolutely delicious.
Right then, so we'll have one of them, and then I think I might even have a look at that in a bit. Don't know nothing about this place. But it looks like a good shelter anyway. And the truth being, when you look at all this woodwork, absolutely amazing. This is what you're going to see in York. So like I said, yeah, get yourself down here. So, Brew York tap rooms. I've been told about this place, never been. Going to give it a crack. Apparently good ales in here, so we'll see. Test them out and we'll get out this rain. Right, so we're inside the business. Check out this business, look. Some cracking beers in here. So, What can you tell us about this place?
So we opened in 2016 with just the tap room and the brewery all in one. 2018 we then got the beer hall, gives us a bigger premises. We now use the beer hall as our main bar, and then we open the tap room on an evening and all day Saturday, Sunday. We now have 3 bars. We've got obviously the one here, one in Pocklington and one in Leeds, with the brewery up on Osbaldwick. It's our main brewery nowadays. And yeah, we've become really popular, especially over the lockdowns. So yeah.
The board is absolutely unbelievable. The beers, absolutely excellent. See how we get on. Now one day I may do a night out in York, but let's be honest and be truthful, that could get extremely messy. If you like that sort of video, you could watch it, but don't blame me for what happens later, because I'll tell you, I'll come out in York, that's the end of. I'll probably be a little bit messed up. But for a night out, from what I've seen and what I know, good night out. And if you're a student, wow. This place has got a university you wouldn't even believe. What a place for to go to university. It's a student's heaven. Well, thank you for watching New Camping Man. Boy, what a spot. Look at that. What a place. Absolutely fantastic. Like what you see? Go and check some of our old videos out. Bit of history, bit of fun. But wild camping, anytime.